you know, one thing that I've done a really good job of in my career is I worry about what I do. And I'm very confident that if I'm myself to the best of my ability, I can beat anyone. And they've got the things to go find answers to. You know, I won the fight. There were some situations where he gave me issues, and I addressed those too. But I know how dangerous he is, but I didn't go try to reinvent the wheel. I'm the same guy. I'm the same guy that fought Gary Frazier in his first fight. You're not gonna see me doing spinning back kicks and shit. You remember I tried that against Roy Nelson? It was hard. And I also tried that jumping kick against Frank Mir. It's like when I started trying to experiment with shit, I looked like an idiot. So I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just gonna do what I do. I think Stipe may, you know, in the build up to this fight, you know, there are a lot of things that have been said. And I feel he was fighting well. I do. You know, he took me down. He hit me with some good shots. But when you listen to him talk, it's almost like I just landed a lucky punch. Like I wasn't very competitive. I think if that's the mindset that he's trained with, I think it's a massive mistake. I was very honest with myself that he hit me. I mean, one time he hit me with 2 right hands back to back, and I didn't go down. That right hand landed on a lot of heavyweights, and they went to sleep. That's why I was so worried. I was like, man, if this dude lands his right hand, I'm going to bed. But then he hit me with it. And one time he hit me, and I wasn't even looking at him, and it just landed clean on the button, and I was like, oh, still here? Yeah, I go, still in Vegas? Where am I? But he landed. But I felt he feels that he was giving his best. And if that was his best, it's not enough. Really, it's not enough.
You win this fight and regain
When
the
I win
title.
this fight.
When you win this fight and regain the title, do you think this will be the last you see of Daniel Cormier?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see how his feelings feel.
One more question.
Anyone else?
Anything else?
All right. Don't be scared.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, this fight is going to be different than the Wonder Boy fight. Wonder Boy had to get bigger. I had to be a brick wall in front of him. This fight, I'm going to be elusive, move, and it's showtime, baby.
You gave Mike a bit of a beating out there, which you deserve that.
He gets paid for that.
Yeah, he came out with his hands up, sort of looked a little bit like Nate himself. Is there a message in there we can read into?
Nate, I mean, Biggie's one of my main sparring partners. I mean, he's a big dude, 200 pounds plus. I don't want to say that, maybe not. But no, he emulates, he did Wonder Boy for me. He just did Nate Diaz. He pretty much does all my camps with me. So great sparring partner, great training partner for me. Wonder Boy, I consider him a cool ass dude, and now he's my friend. We saw how it ended, so like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm a professional. When I go out there and perform, that's what I'm here to do. I'm afraid to get my win and bounce out.
And how much do you think this fight is better at 170 where both of you are cutting the extra weight?
I love it because it's a true fight now. Like, we're not over here trying to do a weight competition at 55 and see who looks better. I'm fighting him in my natural weight class. I sparred Monday, so I'm ready.
From day one. It's gonna stay the same too until I'm 100 years old. I'm the don of all this shit. Anybody gonna step in this room and say they're the ass whipper, I beg to differ. My brother is responsible for anything I've even done at all. You know, he's the one that is like, it's crazy what he's done and how he did everything because he just knew what he was gonna do since he was a kid. I mean, when he started fighting martial arts and he was like, I'm gonna do this, gonna go here because this guy's here training people, and then he just was like, I'm gonna take a fight, and he's 15, 16-year-old kid. And I'm like, who thinks like that when they're a 16-year-old kid? And I was just a kid sitting at the house watching him do it, and then doing my own thing. And then I was like, all right, well, since I don't got much going on for me, I'll just do what, follow the rules. So the whole impact is from him. And there's no beef at all anyway. So I'm okay with, I'm just here. I'm here as a businessman and natural born killer. And I'm here to get the job done, and he's the guy to do it on. So it's no problem. It's all good with me. I'm just here to fucking kill and stay alive for the weekend.
He seems to think you're jealous of him. Does that make sense to you?
Why am I jealous of him?
So you got the covers of the Wheaties.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was blown out of proportion a little bit. But at the time, I was not jealous of him, but I was mad that they were just like Connor. Connor is like, you guys are gonna just hand these guys. I did more work than all these guys, and then they're pushing them as the guys. And if you're a fighter and they're pushing this guy as a guy, I'm gonna definitely step up and say, no, fuck that, I'm the guy.
Jose Young's here with the MMA Fighting, speaking with fellow Arizona boy Casey Kenny, speaking to Gabriel Benitez ahead of his fight against Sadiq Youssef, Derek Brunson, Hannah Cyphers, and Jody asked about Ian Heinisch and Drakkar Klose at the UFC 241 media day ahead of his fight this Saturday in Anaheim. Is this process getting any easier, like the fight week, doing the media days, the face-offs in front of all the cameras? Is this, are you getting used to it at all?
Yeah, it's definitely getting easier than the first time. Like, so much better.
Yeah, you know, I'm meant to be dead in prison right now. So this is all just a bonus for me and a blessing, you know, and when I would fight, you know, the guards might not come, you know, you're in a cell, you might get jumped, you might get stabbed. Now I'm in a cage fighting, doing what I love, where there's a referee and, you know, and getting paid to do it. So I'm happy.
After the fight, I go with my family, relax, stay with my kids. I play soccer, you know, a little vacation. And I see the next stop. Then now the most important is the Saturday. Why you prediction to more fast and you go to Australia? Maybe you go, maybe you go. Yeah, you can go. You can go see the fight. You can go. When the beautiful lady can go out, everybody can go. The point is how you can see the fight. ¿Cómo vas a ver la pelea? ¿En qué puesto, en qué posición lo vas a ver?
When this fight was first announced, it was kind of a surprise because Romero was so far up there in the division, you were so low. Is this just because both of you are incredibly muscly and look good on a poster together?
Man, we are muscle guys both, but everybody will see a different guy. I talk about me on Friday and Saturday. I get more muscles than the last time, and to cut weight is more easy because the muscle have a lot of water. So to cut water is more easy. So I make weight. I already make weight. So I'm very 2 kilos to make weight. So if I sleep now, I will make weight. You know. So everybody will see, man, like a bodybuilder.
I watched one of his fights. You know, I saw what I needed to see, and I said, okay, well, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to take it. People are always going to work with their tendencies. I like thinking of myself as one of the smarter guys. Even though I make some of the dumbest decisions in the history of MMA when I'm out there fighting, I still understand and know how to break things down and depict and see where guys are good and where they aren't good at. And knowing that this is them. They're going to keep these same type of movements. They're going to do the exact same type of things. So I expect that out of him, you know, with the film that I watch.
You have your son walking around with you at media day. Is he aware of what his father does, or is it just, oh, my dad's getting another fight again?
I believe he's aware because, you know, when I'm sparring at the gym, he's pretty much like a training partner. He wakes up with me, he sleeps with me. He's always at the gym with me, so I might as well bring him to fight night. And, when I'm sparring, he's on the cage just shaking, going crazy. So
is he trying to be a fighter too?
I don't want him to be. I want him to hit them books, you know what I mean? Because a lot of fighters don't have a plan B, so I'd rather have him have the book smarts, and if he chooses a fight, he has something to fall back on.
If this is it, what are you most proud of that you've accomplished in your great career?
That I've won a lot and I've done everything the right way. You know, I've tried to represent my family the way that you're supposed to represent your family. I know that my mother's proud of me because there's no bad in what I've done. I know that when my children get old enough to Google their father, they will find no bad on me. It will be done the right way, and the majority of the pictures they will see of their dad in fighting will be with his hand raised, and that's enough for me.
Are you starting to feel comfortable, starting to feel like, you know, you're in the right place?
Yes, I'm starting to feel a little better about it. I'm not quite as nervous.
How did you feel about your performance the other night? I mean, you ended up with some pretty one-sided scores in there. How did you feel that you performed?
I thought I did. I mean, I like to be extremely critical of myself, so I always think I should be able to. I can do better. Just more work.
What do you think you could have done better? I mean, are there instant things that you feel like you should have done differently?
I have to go back and watch, but I like to be really critical of myself.
How did you feel you performed with Joe Rogan afterwards? I'm sure that was probably the biggest. That was probably more fearful than getting in the cage for you.
Yes, sir. It was also really neat to get to meet him in person for first real time speaking to him. It's pretty cool.
Can you tell me what was going through your head at the moment you had to go get on the microphone in the center of the cage?
It's different. That's the first time I've had to do that since I've been in the UFC, and it was.
Well, we've all been sitting back here just waiting to hear the famous Hannah Cifers trash talk. I mean, we know that you bring the heat, you know, more than Masvidal, more than Diaz, you know. Throw it out there. Let's give us the best trash talk that you got. We've been waiting for it.
I don't think I have any of that.
And I just found out, you know, he had 20 pounds on me tonight. He weighed 165. I came in at 145. That catch weight had nothing to do with me. That was me being nice, taking a fight when a guy was way above, you know, I'm coming up a weight class and he's obviously a 45er. And, you know, I went into the world where that matters most. And my performance speaks for itself.
So did you find that out from the staff tonight after the fight? Or?
Yeah, I just found out he weighed 165 coming in there.
So do you feel like in some ways, like, what the hell did I agree to that for?
No, I said all week, if he comes in 20 pounds overweight, you know, let's bang, dude. I'm fighting. You know, I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna fight regardless of what you weigh. Train with guys that are big. You know, I was prepared for him to be big. Maybe not as big. You know, especially planned on him making weight. But even if he didn't, you know, if he was 150 pounds at weigh-ins, you know, I'm here to fight. That's what I do. You know, I fight people and I love to put on a show. You know, like I said in the interview, give me somebody that wants to stand up and bang with me. Let me bang.
I'm very happy, and I'm very happy because this was exactly the way I wanted to start in the UFC, and I think it's just the beginning, you know. This is just a little part of me, a version that I worked very hard the past months, but I know that I have a great future coming up.
I mean, like, you know, people always say if you really push and push and push and push for something, it'll actually happen, but I've been pushing at this for a long time. I've hit a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of stumbling, a lot of trip-ups, injuries, all kind of stuff, all kind of insanity, and now I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Like, it's nuts. I don't know. I couldn't arrange this better. I fought 3 weeks ago. Like, I took this fight on 4 days notice. This is like some story shit. Don't make a movie about this. They will.
I mean, when you take the fight, like you said, on 4 days notice, I mean, honestly, are you just like, well, we'll get into UFC and see what happens?
Seriously, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking, I have an 11-month-old. I have a family. I have a gym that I own. I'm like, yo, I'm just getting into the UFC. They're like, my manager's like, we'll give you a 4-fight contract. I'm like, oh shit, that's freaking smooth, perfect. I'll get into the UFC. I'm not one that likes to lose. I like to win at everything from checkers to fight, like anything. But I mean, I was gonna go out there and do my best, but I was still banged up. My body was still jacked up from 3 weeks. I fought 3 weeks ago. I mean, like, I went to the third round, so I mean, I'm getting nicked and knocked and stuff. But I mean, like, but it was just go in there and just do the best you can do. And it was kind of weird. I mean, fighting my friend and someone I've trained with before, and someone that's so, like, people were scared. People didn't want to take this fight with him. There's a lot of guys like hiding behind the bushes and shit when they was calling him out like he's a boogeyman and shit. I'm not afraid of anyone, even though he's my boy. I really have to thank him. Thank you for taking this fight, because this changed my life for my family. He could have said no.
A lot of fighters would have said, nah, man, I'm cool, never mind. He could have said that, but he took the fight knowing it was a dangerous fight, knowing that we have trained together before and that I'm known for knocking motherfuckers out. That's what I like to do. Like, that's what we both like to do. I mean, like, if you count my losses, I've been finished all 6 of my times. So I have a really high finish rate. If I go in there, I'm pulling the grenade and it's either me or you.
I thought the risk was worth the reward, you know? It's like, you might get clipped, you know, fighting like that, you might get clipped. I'm a defensive fighter first before I'm offensive. I just have a lot of power, so I get a lot of finishes, you know. But I talked to my parents, I talked to my mom, I was like, hey, this is our chance to change our lives, you know. Like something like this, enough eyes get on me, and it could be completely different from here on.
Just, you know, a lot of hard work, you know. There's been a lot of times I came out here and didn't look really great. I made poor decisions out here. And I had people second guessing me. I was second guessing myself. But I like to tell everybody, I never had a chance to grow up in this sport. I was so good early. I got signed in Strike Force when I was 6-0. So I was like 3 fights, then I fought Jacare in my like 10th fight, and I've been fighting for a year and a half. And this guy's fighting for like 12 years, you know, former world champion. So I never really got time to grow up. So right now, I'm older, but I still have my speed, my quickness, and I'm actually, you know, finally growing up a little bit.
Yes, I feel his hand, you know. It's funny because I punched his face, he hurt, and he points, he put the thing, look this, I look, and when I look for him again, he pushed my face. Yes, I knock down and come back.
What's your message to Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya if they see this? What's your message to them?
I think they both are looking to me scared, you know, because the both guys know now have a very, very tough guy looking for them. I think Whittaker will beat Adesanya, and I beat Romero. For me, Romero won against Robert Whittaker. But if Adesanya won, take the belt, man, I can kill that guy. He's very skinny. He not have a chance against me. He's a personal with Adesanya, but I think he will defeat.
Dana was in here before, and he said that the last thing he thought you would say after the fight was calling out Jorge Masvidal. Why did you do that?
Just because you have to recognize who's the best of the best in this game, and it's not who they're saying it is. It's who I'm saying it is. It's the guys who've been in here for forever and now are still on the top of the game. Like Pettis just knocked out Thompson, who was just fighting for the 170 title a whole bunch of times, and then he fights Pettis. Pettis just knocks his ass out real quick. Who's the real baddest dude in the 170 division? And then they were trying to pump up a dude, and then Masvidal goes in there and knocks his ass out after he's been in here since I started fighting in 2004, I think. And then I think he's either been there right then or a little longer, and he just did that. So, and I just did that. So that's the best fighter to me, the best martial artist who's still on top of the game. Like I said, I've been through waves of these guys. There's a couple guys who come in and then they fight for a title or peak and have 3 good fights. They fight for a title, they get the belt, then they get their ass whipped, then they have another loss, maybe have another win and then another loss, and then they're gone with the win. And that's not the best fighters to me. I've been here in 40 years, fighting, still killing. And why ain't nobody fucking like, what? That's the guy to fight. He just beat the best guy, and he's been around doing this the whole time. So I'm into the best martial artists in the world, not like some hold on to you wrestlers who are gonna hold you and hopefully win around and find a loophole to win in these fights and put belts on their waist. Now we're fighting for the baddest motherfucker in the game, belt, and that's mine. So I'd like to defend it against Jorge Masvidal. So if you want to be the baddest motherfucker, that's how we're gonna do it. I'm looking for a badass fight. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to fucking whip someone's ass and recognize the other guy who's whipping someone's ass and be like, hey, I'm the head ass whooper here. I want some of you then. And I did that with Connor because they were promoting him like he was the top dog of this whole thing, and he was brand new, and that was making me high. It was nothing personal against dude, because all respect for anybody who's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get yours, but if you're gonna just not like acknowledge the fact that I'm here and been here, and like when you start, like when did Pettis start fighting and Connor? Them fools was probably watching me fight on the UFC when they was in high school. I'm like, you better recognize it, and I'm disrespected. That's why I gotta get these fights. Like, what's up? And that's the shit I want to see if I'm watching the game. Like I always say it like this: like, you ever like when you get a video game like Street Fighter, like who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to pick the baddest looking motherfucker right there who does the coolest shit. And I believe that. I believe that. I believe that I'm the coolest at all these sorry ass motherfuckers who are just sat around for 3 years and let me whip Conor McGregor's ass, and then nobody said nothing. Like, what? I would have been like, that's the best, baddest dude. He called out dude. He got the fight. He whipped him, and then they robbed him, and then he's out for 3 years. Like, why didn't somebody step up like, hey, if he's out for 3 years, get your ass back in the game. I'm gonna whip your ass. And then I'm like, oh, I got to step back in the game real quick and fight that guy, because I can't be going to the coffee shop and have somebody say, man, that guy said he's gonna whip your ass all the place. I'm like, no, he's not gonna whip my ass. That's why I'm gonna fight him. So there's your blueprint. And none of these fighters know how to do that because none of them have imagination. None of them hadn't played Street Fighter or watched a cool movie before. And like, where your head at, you little jock wrestler? You're gonna just sit there and do all this politically correct shit, but this is a fight game, dude. Quit acting like this is some professional sport and saying whatever they want to give me is gonna be fine. Saying, no, I'm gonna take what's mine, and that's what I'm talking about with the baddest motherfucker title. And I need that belt made as soon as possible.
I felt like I was doing pretty good. Yeah, felt like I was doing pretty good. But then he landed that shot in the fourth round. He landed some good body punches, and he landed that right hand that I didn't see, and he got the finish. He did a great job.
Yeah, what do you think made that approach so effective? Like, were you tiring at that point, and maybe that's why the body work worked so well in the fourth as opposed to maybe earlier in the fight?
I kind of took the pressure off a little bit. I don't know why. Like, maybe try to like rest and recover for the fifth round because he wasn't going anywhere. I don't know what the reasoning behind it was. But obviously it was a mistake. It's not about like the shots that you take, you know, it's the one that you just don't see coming. And that was a great combination by Stipe off of that body shot. He threw that 1-2 right behind it. And I didn't see it. You know, a lot of times I see punches and kind of roll with them so I don't take the full brunt of the punch. But on that one, he landed perfect.
You had success in the first round with wrestling.
Yeah.
You had a nice slam and you were in top control. Did you think about going back to that? Was that part of the strategy, or you didn't really go back to it?
That was the strategy. You know, that's probably the biggest letdown is how I let my coaches down. They were begging me to wrestle. And that's probably the most disappointing thing is that I didn't do what I was trained to do. And I feel like I let my coaches down, let them down.
Was there any reason why you didn't go back to it just in the moment?
You know, I think when you start finding success and landing things, you just kind of fall in love with it. You know, I feel it feels like the Gustafsson fight all over again when I wrestled a lot in the first round, and then for the last 4 rounds, I just didn't. And they were begging me to do it then. But tonight, I actually paid the ultimate price for not listening to my coaches. Usually pretty good about doing that.
You went to the body shots. Did the corner tell you that, or was that something instinctively that you saw?
Me, it's something I saw. I actually talked to my coach earlier in the week about it. I was like, I remember always lifting his arms up when he throws punches or blocks punches. And I was like, you know what? No one really tests his body. I'm going to start going. And I remember when Anderson Silva fight, UFC 200, he caught with a body shot to the kick. I'm like, you know what? It's a little weaker than I thought, you know. So and I hit him with a couple of them, and I saw him wins.
All week, you seem to be making googly eyes at your daughter. We saw you at the weigh-in. We saw you.
Beautiful.
At the
What you?
How much was she in your mind as you were in the cage?
She's always in my mind. It's my homie. It's my sidekick. You know, no matter what happens in this fight game, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna fight. Win, lose, or draw. I'm swinging. I'm going out there. But as long as I know I'm going home with my daughter, that's all I care about.
You had, I think, the second largest statistical comeback in a championship fight in terms of being like outlanded and then finishing the fight. What's going through your mind, you know, when maybe you're getting hit a lot? He hit you with a lot of big shots. What was going through your mind at those points?
Stop fighting like a bitch. I mean, I was fighting like a bitch. I really was. And you know, I didn't take nothing from DC, man. Dude's tough. You know, he's fought the best world. He's beat the best in the world. And you know, just finally, you know, it took me a little time to get like my mojo. And I just couldn't feel it. I just couldn't feel it. And my one coach told me, man, when you walked in that fourth round, I knew it was gonna be over. He's like, I just see your face, the way your swagger, your hips are moving. He's like, I knew it was gonna be good.
You said you don't want to think about what's next, but I know DC tried to kind of stick it to you a little bit about waiting out for the rematch and all that kind of stuff. If he does choose to continue fighting, is there any part of you that kind of wants to stick it back to him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. I'm down for whatever. But like right now, I just want to rest. I want to heal up. I'm going to be 37 on Monday. I feel like I'm 98 right now. And yeah, we'll figure it out. There's a lot of reasons why I wanted this fight. Honestly, I think about it more and more. There's a lot of reasons, not just about me, but it was a lot about me. But like, I just knew I was a better player. But then, like, I wanted to show my daughter that, you know, times get tough. You know, something's gonna happen. You just gotta get back up and just, you know, dust yourself off. But then also, a bunch of guys at the station's kids. When I lost, they cried. They all cried, and that really bothered me. You know what I mean? It just irked me. Not in a bad way. You know, I'm like, listen, you know, and I wanted to show them that, like, listen, sometimes, you know, like just my daughter, sometimes it doesn't happen, but you just gotta, you know, and there's a lot of reasons why I wanted this fight. It's just, you know, more for me too, because I knew he was a better player, and for my daughter to show her that, like, you know, things get tough, you know, adversity, it's okay. You know, you just gotta push through. But also with my bunch of guys at the fire station, kids were crying after I lost. You know, I was like, what happens? You know, it's life. And I was like, it's okay. I'm gonna show them that, listen, you're fine. Get it back.
When did the legacy become important to you?
I think when I had my daughter, you know, and just show her that, like, you know, like, listen, your dad's a tough dude, you know. Went out there and, you know, he got beat up a couple of times, he beat a couple guys up, you know, and just he did well at it. He was good at what he did. And that's when I show her that no matter what you do in life, you work hard, you know, you build your legacy no matter what it is. Thanks, guys. This is so awkward. It's like I feel like I'm like getting hungry.